Your audience, when it comes to presentations, has effectively become a USB key. You've still got to get the message across. Nothing else matters. Hi all, hope you're all doing fine. Thank you for inviting me into your workspace. I'm Ronan Kinahan from Vibe Training and Presentations. Today, a short video piece on how to present more effectively remotely. So first of all, let's look at any presentation and what are the key components. Well, typically there's three. First of all, you've got your messaging, and that's about crafting interesting and relevant content. The second piece of the jigsaw is the messenger, and that's the humanics, how you stand, how you use your voice, body language, etc. And the third piece, of course, is the medium. And the medium is predominantly about some visuals to help people understand and recall your content better. I'm going to give you a quick drill down into this structure and talk to you a little bit about how to use them more effectively in a remote environment. And also give you a little case insight as well from JD, who's offered to give us his video piece on a message he sent out to his own staff. So let's drill down first of all into the messaging side of things, not forgetting, of course, that the king of the castle on any decisions regarding any of this, of course, is the audience. Everything should be determined in the context of how the audience is going to respond, stay engaged, etc. So let's get back to the messenger side of things and talk about some of the constraints. Okay, first of all, your environment can be a little bit of a test. Watch what is behind you. Be sure it doesn't look like Emmerdale. These two particular presenters were very conscious of that, and they look quite professional. Barack Obama has a nice type of background there, looks professional, plant and books and so forth. His colleague then as well here is quite good, although we could probably do with a painting perhaps just up above the couch, might just give it a bit more of a homely feel. So do be conscious of your background. Do be conscious, of course, as well, that at the end of the day, audiences are judging you not just from what they hear from you, but what they see as well. So you've always got to try to ensure that you look professional. That can be tested, of course, with the new co-workers that you can get when you're presenting remotely. These are our two boys who very often will come in and interrupt proceedings. And they say, you know, what's the difference between kids and terrorists? Well, at least you can engage and negotiate with terrorists. Another factor to consider as well, of course, is to make most of your vocal asset. A nice quote here from Andrea Ainsworth. Be very clear in terms of your pitch, your pace, your pause, and your power. Okay, getting back to the message side of things, let's just go back to that. And for the webinar today, as you can see, is very much teased out prior to ensure I don't ramble, that we've got a proper narrative and a proper structure and sequence and flow to the presentation. You can get a copy of this and instructions on how it actually works for your own presentations if you wish. Just drop me a line, ronan@vibepresentations.ie. Very simply and very quickly, over on the left hand side, you put your anchors down in terms of the presentation itself. And then some elements on the middle column there. Just think about things like what kind of slides should be in there, what messages, impact phrases, examples, illustrations, and so forth. The key takeaways, you're going to see a video piece on that a little bit later on as well. What they are and the context in which they are created. And that's very quickly how I structure any webinar that I do online. And as I say, you can get more information on that a little bit further down the line. Here's JD here. Let's just do a critique of him in terms of how he puts his message across to his staff.
Good afternoon, everybody, and welcome back to another Breakaway with JD. Happy Friday. Recapping the week, we had a nice rollout of our Q2 goal, Saving to be Fit, and we're able to do that individually with each group in Houston, Pennsylvania, and Charlotte, respectively, and did that via Zoom, so a virtual rollout that I think went well. We're excited about getting that started, and thanks to the HR team and the executive team for the work they put together to bring that to you. Thank you for those who attended the Breakaway with JD this morning. We had a great discussion ranging from the things that are happening in the business and how we're still getting business done, even with the doom and gloom out there, to why everyone should watch at least 2 episodes of The Tiger King on Netflix this weekend. So if you haven't, get that done and be part of the discussion when we get back together next Monday morning. I also want to give some shout outs. We gave quite a few shout outs this morning on the Breakaway live to the folks on the front line, and going to shout out to those doing some dirty work, the teams in accounts payable and accounts receivable, kind of behind the scenes, really keeping the company moving with cash flow. We've got the marketing team putting promotions out there for the sales team and customer service to be successful with. And then we've got the folks in the warehouse that are doing cycle counting on a daily basis, and that keeps our inventory accurate so we can ship product to our customers. So thank you for everyone doing their part to make this a successful business, even in the times that we're in. We have a reminder for the Warrior Helmet ceremony this Tuesday. We'll see who John's going to hand that off to. And also a quick update on Q1 profits, where we finished up and what profit sharing looks like. We had a very successful quarter, even with the last 2 weeks being a struggle. We did finish below our revenue budget. However, we finished well above 2019's first quarter, and we finished above budget on our profit. So we've got a good, strong profit through the first quarter, and that's exciting. So there will be a cash bonus profit sharing payout. The timing of that will be announced when we get a little clearer picture and complete the closing of the quarter. We'll be announcing that for you. And I'll end this breakaway with a quote. So it is, an arrow can only be shot by pulling it backward. So when life is dragging you back with difficulties, it means it's going to launch you into something great. And we really believe at COE that we're positioning ourselves to flourish when we come back out of this complete national or global slowdown. So keep working hard, keep your chin up, stay safe, be healthy, be positive, and I hope to see everyone in a few hours for our virtual cocktail. Take care and have a great weekend.
Okay, so what's working there on the positive side of things? Looking at the message, he certainly gets some key messages across, a nice quote at the end, which is fine. He does repeat certain content, and the duration probably could have been 2 minutes rather than 3. On the messenger side of things, he's working quite well in terms of he looks professional, and he is using his voice reasonably well, although he could probably slow down a little bit. His eye contact is not directly into the lens. He needs to do a little bit of work on that, even if it is as unnatural as it is. And also as well, we've got a lot of moving there. He needs to get his camera onto a tripod, although on the plus side he is using a lapel mic, which is good news, and the background is quite good. It's plant there, which is nice, some natural daylight, which is always a better bet, although it would be better if the window was in front of him as distinct from behind him, but not too bad at all in delivering a message. Okay, so let's proceed. Here's some support for you that we're happy to suggest on slides. Nancy Duarte's book is superb. Lend Me Your Ears on the messenger side of things is really good. Our websites are also worth having a visit as well. There are plenty of resources out there to help you, and of course you can always come back to me and drop me a note, ronan@vibepresentations.ie, if you want any support. But let me just, before we pull the shutters down on this, let me just show you a piece on the 4 key takeaways I want you to capture from what you've heard so far. Presenting remotely has a lot of branches, if you twig what I mean. So from tomorrow, try to be your own architect of change. Strive for excellence and not necessarily perfection. Here's 4 key takeaways from today's session. The first one, try to look and sound the part. A little less formal, a little bit more emotive will help you connect and engage better. Aim for conversation, and don't forget those soft skills like your stance, your posture, your eye contact, and your vocal asset. Presenting remotely could be an opportunity for you to differentiate. The second factor I want you to be conscious of is, of course, the medium. Be sure to have a script, otherwise you will ramble. Nice narrative will flow very smoothly, and be conscious of slides. The fewer slides, the better. The less animation, the better. Try to enhance the lighting, your camera, and your audio. The third factor I want you to be conscious of is, of course, your audience. They have a get out of jail card. They can multitask. They can dial out very easily. Try to engage with them. Have fewer attendees use their names. Lastly, celebrate the process. You are the magic sauce. Have something to look forward to at the end of it. It's tough. Remember, never aim for perfection, just aim for excellence. And follow up with a video, document, copies of your slides with some narrative perhaps. Success with your presentations. The stage is yours, but don't forget, your audience is a USB key. Best of luck.